Thank you. Okay, questions? Yes, sir.
Mr. Speaker, what's your message to the 170 or so U.S. citizens who have been detained by ICE? About 20 of them are children. And to your GOP colleagues, do you support ICE raids in the agriculture and hospitality sectors of your districts?
I don't know what you're talking about with the children. I do know that ICE is.
170 U.S. citizens, according to ProPublica, have been detained by ICE so far since January.
Okay, I haven't seen that, so I'm not going to comment on it. But I will tell you that ICE is doing the job that the American people demanded that they do. If you look back at the election results of 2024, it was overwhelming. And virtually every poll noted that the border and the issues that came from the open border were the number one issue on the minds of Americans. It's largely why President Trump won such an overwhelming victory in the election, won all 7 swing states and 75 million popular votes. House Republicans got 74.8 million popular votes, the highest vote total we've ever had in history, and largely because we were talking about the madness of the open border and all the chaos that ensued and came from that. Now, the border has been totally closed. There's virtually 0 illegal crossings now in the last 4 months as it's been recorded, and that's because you have strong leadership. The Immigration and Customs Enforcement, that's what ICE stands for, don't forget. They're enforcing federal law. They're enforcing the federal immigration law. There's about 20 million people who crossed that border when it was wide open for 4 years. And a lot of them are very dangerous people. They need to be rounded up and sent right back home, and they're doing their very dead level best to do that. But anyone who breaks our law has to make account for that, because you have to enforce the law or you don't have a sovereign country. If you don't have a border, you don't have sovereignty. The administration is doing the best they can. They're trying to ensure that we get some sanity back to the situation. Ultimately, we need comprehensive immigration reform to deal with all this. You'll never be able to round up 20 million illegal aliens, but they've focused their attention early on, and you can see by their actions, they focused on the dangerous criminal illegal aliens who came across the country, and that has been roundly applauded by everyone in America because it did us great harm. And it will continue to do us great harm if you don't have a strong commander-in-chief. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you very much. Hakeem Jeffries earlier today said to expect swift legal action if Marjorie Taylor Greene isn't sworn in today during the pro forma session. What's your reaction to that? Are you still committing to only swear her in once the House is back in session?
I thought Hakeem was a better attorney than that. It's a publicity stunt by a Democrat attorney general in Arizona who sees a national moment and wants to call me out. She has nothing whatsoever to do with what's happening in Congress. Rep-elect Grijalva is to be congratulating for winning her late father's seat. We love that. We're going to administer the oath to her as soon as we get back to our regular legislative session, as I've said 1,000 times. That is the issue. I'm following the Pelosi precedent, by the way, as I've noted here. Our dear friend and colleague, Julia Letlow from Louisiana, won her special election in similar circumstances, replaced her late husband, who passed away tragically because of COVID, Luke, our friend. And Julia won the race, and Nancy Pelosi took 25 days to administer the oath to her, and no one held a rally or stomped around or barged indoors or did TikTok videos about it, because we understood that was the way the process works. If you look over the history of the institution, this is how it works. No one is impeding her. And by the way, I would say to Rep. Grijalva, if her Democrat colleagues and leadership have not informed her, you can be serving your constituents right now. You have an office. She's hired 16 employees. They keep going by and knocking on the door and pretending it's locked. If it's locked, it's because Rep. Grijalva is choosing not to represent her constituents. She can be handling their calls, directing them appropriately, and doing lots of important work right now. I don't know if she is. I hope she is. No ill will towards her at all. I'm going to congratulate her, as I do every colleague who comes in, and we'll do it as soon as we can get the government open again, and get all these Americans who are suffering taken care of. Yes, ma'am. Back here.
Thank you. What is your reaction to Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene saying this is a serious issue in regards to Representative Corey Mills and accusing you of hypocrisy over the handling of this situation versus George Santos?
I don't know. I try not to react to what Marjorie Taylor Greene says every day. I did see, somebody told me that she accused me of ousting Santos, which of course is the exact opposite of the history. Everyone can go review what happened. I opposed his expulsion from Congress. I voted against it. I advocated to my colleagues not to do that. And you can take George Santos's word for it himself. I think right before he submitted to prison, he did a very friendly social media post about me and how I'd been such a great friend to him and a help to the guy. I had a lot of you know, I was trying to reach out to him as I would any colleague who's in a difficult situation. And you know, I'll be frank. I talked to George Santos about redemption and about, you know, God's mercy and grace. So look, I don't know what Marjorie's talking about. Corey Mills, I noted a few days ago when I was asked about Corey Mills, I'm aware of the allegations against him. I'm an attorney, so I'm going to reserve judgment on that, let the legal process play out, as I should, as anyone would expect. But what I said about Corey from the podium, I meant he's been a very hardworking member of Congress. He digs in deep on his areas of expertise and all of that. And, you know, he's served his constituents faithfully, so far as I've seen. I mean, he's been, you know, a hardworking colleague here. With regard to what's going on in his personal life, I don't know. I mean, you know, I know people want me to throw colleagues under the bus. I don't do that. I'm not going to do that. And we'll let the legal process play out. So thank y'all so much.